allow UCLA to get out and run it back.
Back to Betts inside. Quick double, and that leaves Hawkes wide open to walk through the door.
Yes.
5-ball turnover. Betts gets it out quick. Ledger Walker straight away. Connects.
Walker closing out her first season on the court as a Bruin.
They have 40% plus three-point shooters in the starting.
And making the right reads out of the double and triples.
Betts just committed her first foul, second team foul for you. Close to finding the answer. Since they lost to Texas, UCLA, not only have they won 21 straight, they've been winning by an average of 30 points. Angela Gugalich has come in off the bench for UCLA. Rice got caught in the air, gave it up, got it back. Rice attacks and scores, plus the foul. Already 3 assists for Betts in this game as Rice completes the three-point play. Betts into the game with it at the top. Betts making a move and stepping all the way into the basket.
Little sister get
Points in the paint right now. Davidson tries to get it inside. It's knocked away by Ledger Walker with 12 on the shot clock. Gets the offensive rebound. And then a steal. Here comes Jazzy Davidson for the lay-in. Finally, she gets out and runs. Ball was knocked out of her hands. Ledger Walker gets caught inside and fouled. And that is the second for Hawkes.
And that's just unfortunate because Kennedy Smith worked so hard on that possession. She deserves her teammates to finish it off with a rebound. I don't think she fouled Neepkin. That's a really tough second foul call for USC's best player. She's still in the game though. What
a possession. UCLA finding a way to get points.
Lindsey Gottlieb still rolling the dice, leaving Davidson in there with the 2 fouls.
Down 17-6. Here's Smith. Banks it in. UCLA comes away. The effort from SC on defense is fantastic, and UCLA keeps beating it anyway.
UCLA Trojans have to locate and block out.
Oh, what a catch in traffic for Betts. Jones comes over, and a jump ball is called. Gugalich, under a minute to go here in the first. Straightaway look at a 3, and that is tracked down. Bench sets the screen for Jones. Looks like SC needs that, and it connects. Diana Mendes. Kennedy Smith. Shot clock is low. Gives it up. Mendes can't get it to go down. Game last year head-to-head. One earlier this year, trying to make it 3 in a row. Back the other way against the Trojans. Gianna Neepkins with the mid-range. Wasn't it fun talk 3-level score? And Corey Close said, well, you better shoot 50% if you're going to shoot the mid-range. As Jones hits, and she has. And Neepkins has maintained that. Finds Betts in the mid-range. And a rebounding foul. Kennedy Smith continuing her aggressive defense as Neepkin gets away for a moment from the Betts screen, and Betts is able to force it up and in. And that's the first basket.
Betts used that wingspan there. That was not the most perfectly placed lob.
What a attack from Jones.
I mean, that's just fearless.
Neepkins, Davidson playing with now 3 fouls. Yep. She just committed her 3rd.
I mean, Lindsey Gottlieb had put her back in the game. Just a little bit of a freshman error there from
down for USC. Maria Samuels in. Neepkins the free throw. Neepkins fakes the screen and gives it up. Ledger Walker in and out on the 3. Jones to the cutting Samuels, and it goes down. Jones has really affected this.
UCLA defense to shift around.
Jones was 1 of 9 in the first meeting against her former team, and Ledger Walker with a 3.
Ledger Walker
somehow got through Iwachukwu, and then she turns it over, trying to find Dunn. Neepkins, a transition 3. 2 threes for Neepkins today.
Dollar signs these days.
USC.
Miss my studio buddy.
Jazzy Davidson, 3 fouls sitting for USC.
Washington State, she was a Bruin last year, but was injured. What two fantastics.
And the irony of it for Ledger Walker is it's not the scoring that's been the headline for her this year. On the tough runner, and the offensive rebound for SC creates a Smith three-pointer, and she missed it all. It's doubled. Ledger Walker extra pass, one more. Hawk has the three, and she buries it. It is the 5th three of the game for the Bruins.
And there's in double figures, a team that's 2nd in the country in assists. That was a couple of extra passes there.
And they've assisted as Smith keeps it as undaunted, and this time
Play with a little more fire.
Jenkins and Hawkes can't hit the three, and Smith, who's tried 2 this year, which he never tried before, 0 for 2. But yeah, this would be a good time for the first Lauren Betts three-pointer as Ledger Walker scores, and she's got double figures. Ashley Jones has been able to create with the ball in her hands, and a foul. Her season high is 7 assists. Here's Kiki Rice, and a foul on Smith. And then,
They're very physical on Rice.
Here's Betts. This time looking for a shot, and the second back. Here is Dunn, blocked by Betts with 4/10 of a second remaining on the shot clock.
Oh.
Jazzy Davidson just 4 points in that first half. Here's Lauren Betts, spins away from the double. Neepkins nearly pulled it down, but the offense.
Free her up.
Kennedy Smith had 7 points to lead USC in the first half on 3 of 7 shooting. He starts the second half with a basket.
The glass over the top of Betts.
Kiki Rice passed up the 3. Here's Ledger Walker at a good first half. Forces her way in and scores. And Ledger Walker.
More of a distributor for this team, but she scored 1,700 points in 4 years at Washington State. She's been aggressive.
There is the first basket of the game for Cara Dunn. Davidson has not had many opportunities to run today. All the way to the other end, and the basket counts. And she's got a chance at a 3-point play.
No chance.
SC has hit its first 3 baskets of the second half. Dunn will stretch it out, and she has found a stroke. On the shot clock, Rice with 5. She looked at the other end, sees the shot clock. Hawkes somehow gets free, and she hit the 3.
For a second, I was going to say.
Hawkes got free because of that Betts screen. Another offensive board, and now it's Ledger Walker up top to Neepkins, and it goes out of bounds.
This UCLA team who had a good response out of that early called timeout from Corey Close.
Kennedy Smith, a tough scoop with the touch.
Spots.
Neepkins, Ledger Walker hits the 3. And for Ledger Walker, that is 2,000 career. 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. And UCLA turns it over for the 9th time.
She wants that 2K.
Not going to force the issue. Kiki Rice, tough jumper. And Betts another offensive rebound for the Bruins. Hawkes, the loss to Penn State, they felt like of all the ones they've taken this year was the toughest to take. And
yeah, that was just an unfortunate loss in terms of their resume for March.
For this game in what, 5 days?
Yep.
Here's Betts.
Oh, yeah.
And a foul.
I think it is the correct call. I mean, it's a simple solution. When you rip through the ball, you got to.
Kiki Rice got the first free throw and the second, and take another look to what Kim was just. Something it's not. Kennedy Smith's not going to back off now. She comes over to help on Betts, and Betts can't score it. Another offensive rebound and a foul on the Trojans underneath. Looking for some airspace, hard to find it. Sienna Betts on her on the switch. Ooh. Davidson attacks and finishes.
Yep. So dynamic, and then as we mentioned, #1 recruit coming in, Sanaya Hall.
Jazzy going to work, and she'll go to the line. Trying to take.
Next season is every player on the floor right now for UCLA will be in the WNBA. To see on fire with Juju back and another #1 recruit coming in.
And if you were allowed to play with 6 players on the floor, it would have been true, too, that every player will be in the WNBA next year. Here's Kiki Rice. Oh, she gets the friendly bounce.
How the Big Ten works. There's only one opponent that you play twice. So USC is the only team that has to play this dominant UCLA team 2 times.
Ledger Walker gets tournament. If they'd been on the other side of the bracket, you really could have started dreaming, but this will potentially be a matchup in the second and the third round as Ledger Walker.
Yeah, this is going to be a riveting documentary. I have already set my DVR back home in New York because I don't know how quickly I can get to a TV, but that clipboard.
It's so much fun. Both of these coaches, Lindsey Gottlieb and Corey Close, not just to talk to them about their team, to talk to them about, as Kiki Rice scores, leader 2 of 9 from the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a season low for her. Just 4 points for Betts so far.
11 months since that ACL injury in the tournament. Here's Jones. Juju Watkins. Offensive rebound for the Bruins. And another. This time it's Neepkins with it. Neepkins pushes it up and in. And she now has
1,000 points in the same game. Charlize Ledger Walker and now Gianna Neepkins.
And both of them transfers as Davidson hits it. Now here's Betts. Double comes. Ledger Walker, extra pass Hawkes. Hawkes the runner. And Kiki Rice the rebound. Kiki Rice having a career year as Neepkins hits a 3, another, and you
Carver Hawkeye a couple days ago as well.
I was able to get the 2 seed in the upcoming Big Ten tournament, and a foul called on Laura. First time. That's UCLA's. This is the 8th and 9th free throws of. And that's 2 for Betts. There's a 68%.
Rice was kind of looking at it.
Now Rice turns late. Jones fouled by Ledger Walker. And now the steal. Took it away from Jones. UCLA with numbers. Kiki Rice out in front. Back-to-back fast break baskets. And USC will take
to a shoot-around when they weren't even playing UCLA.
Was it a dark blue or was
no,
it
was a baby blue?
It was definitely the wrong blue.
Honor is next up. Get her a jersey.
Honor's got a good seat too. I'm looking at her. She's sitting right mid-court next to Eliza. It's nearly split in the history. UCLA with a win today would take a 6-game advantage in field, finishing an undefeated conference season, going into the conference tournament. If they can win that, shot clock. I think part of it, as Jones gets fouled by Kiki Rice, these are, at both teams, these are players who have dealt with pressure for a long time.
Hear her players speaking about that as well. They've really just, the players who have been here for a couple of years, Hawkins, Lauren Betts, they have just grown so much. Dugalich, and then the pieces that Corey Close added around them.
As you would think, getting to practice against Lauren Betts every day would do for you.
Yeah, I'm always impressed when Muse comes into the game with her defensive.
Here's Dugalich, and right to Betts, and Sienna Betts with 2.
Had them yesterday.
Yeah, what do you think?
Really impressive. Olivia Olson was a bucket, but they've faced a really tough schedule. Had single. Just it shows you how much this rivalry means to them. Well, they would love to have that number.
Her team that she wanted after that Penn State loss?
Yeah, I think we saw a competitiveness. This
doesn't matter. Shot clock is off, and here's Ryan Forestier. Mendez gives it off. A perfect 18-0 in Big Ten play. The 4th ever Big Ten school to do it. A perfect conference season for the conference.
Think about the gauntlet that is the Big Ten. The number of ranked teams. The number of teams that are going to go to the NCAA tournament, and UCLA did not. A lot to celebrate today in addition to that with a big rivalry win, and time to turn the page to the postseason. I know USC is going to look to